Alright, so that is the 10 minutes speaking for now. And what I'm doing now is I'm gonna have this 30 minutes speaking and I'm gonna choose my topic. And I'm not really know what is my topic and what the topic is and what the topic is about. So let's get started. But first, let me open to Google Meet for this one. I'm gonna go in like this. And I'm gonna go to new meeting. Turn on this one. Start an instant meeting. Right there. Open the caption. Yeah, and that is pretty good. Now I'm gonna make this one smaller for me to see the caption, and that is really good for now. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Something like that. Right. So what I'm doing now is that today I'm gonna have a you know 30 minutes speaking about the topic that I want to choose for now. And what should I do now is I'm gonna have a I'm gonna choose a topic for me in order to have a speaking about this. So what topic should I choose now? I'm gonna choose a topic which is related to the you know the pros and the cons of the COVID-19. The pros and the cons of the pros. So now I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of the COVID-19. So what do I mean like this? Because so let me say that we see the 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 drawbacks of COVID-19 first. So with the COVID-19 is kill around. So let me show for it. How many people die from COVID-19 in the worldwide? Okay, so I can say this. Okay, so now it's gonna be like total cases 101 million cases, with the half of them is half of them are covered, and with the 2.19 million deaths. So that is a really terrible event. Yeah, and we can say about that is a really terrible event in with our world today. Today, like it shows that although with the development of the technology, but we cannot stop the virus the viruses completely. And we have to have a long term of fighting with this kind have with this type of virus with this type of virus and that is really and that is terrible for us because through this event we it shows quick um, how quick of the human being, how quick is the human. Now we cannot deal with this virus, although for example, so in the past, so in the past, they still have some virus have this virus that's kill lots of people, and now we still have to deal with the same problems. Like we still eliminate the amount of deaths, but we cannot defeat this virus completely. So that is really terrible. It kills loads of people in in over the in all in worldwide. It kills lots of people in worldwide in worldwide, and it also slow down the economy of the countries. China, of the large country,
Raj,
for example, Russia, China,
question.
the Europe countries, and also Canada. Like the amount of products of the production that we can, uh, bring it, how can I say this in this export, export, the amount of production that the development country as well as with the large country, um, our export is decreased a lot. And through this we can see this with this part, it it affects to the economy of the country so much that the economy, the global economy, drops down 1 to 2%. And this, the lowest the lowest development of the world in the last maybe 50 years. I don't remember it is exactly only 100 years. And we can see this, although with the development of technology, when with the development of the world today, like we still reach the lowest point uh, of the development of the economy, and we cannot go through it. Actually we can actually we can through we are going through it now, but it's really slowly. But they are really slowly steps. But I think that we can offer for that. And for the daily life, and for the people's then and for the people's daily life, uh, it is affect too much about them. Like schools now, they have to have virtual classes. They have to have virtual classes, which is they in schools now they have to have virtual classes. How do I say that? It's gonna be virtual.
Virtual.
And school now they have to have virtual classes, and that is really bad for the student here because they have to spend more time in front of the screen, and it's gonna affect their health. And they have to sit at one place for a long time. So it's not a pretty good way. And with this, and also it affects to the daily life and the studying of the students, but it also affects to the works of the adult too, of the adult too. I can say that. So lots of employee from the large companies is now working virtual, and most and for the small business is now be bankrupt, be bankrupted. And with the with this virus, and with this, and with this virus, some of the company, they just let the employee um, they so they fired the employee in order to have enough salary for the other, for the others employee. And those employees who are fired will receive the salary from from the government, also in North America and in Europe. But I'm not sure if that's still happen with Vietnam. Yeah. And with this, like, the more people stay at home, is the slower of the development of all over the world we can see. So with this virus, it affects to the people so much from the daily life to to their daily life, to the job, to the work, to the worldwide economy. But uh, on the other hand, it also brings back the beauty of the beauty of the world. Now we can see that the atmosphere is now less polluted. It is now less polluted because of the decreased because of the decreasing of the vehicles in the in the streets in the streets in the street in the street. We can see now, with the with the rule with the government said that people must stay at home and cannot go out, although they have cannot go out unless they have some special cases like going out for buying food, going to the hospital, or have and or having appointment. And for the other reasons you cannot go out. And if you go out, you're gonna be 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 how do you say that? Yeah, you're gonna be charged for money for that. That's gonna be the police. We're gonna catch you, and you will be fined for that. You will be fined for that. And with this actions of those actions of the government, uh, you know now most of the people they stay at home, and with this the atmosphere is less polluted, and then people and the world can be green again. And also by this the amount of animals that are hunted is are now are now decreased dramatically because of the COVID-19. Because most of them they are afraid of, they're not sure if the animals that they are hunting have the COVID-19 or not. Then they're not pretty sure. Then they're not pretty sure about that. And with this COVID-19, it creates, like, it helps the virtual working way be more popular and more efficiency and more efficiency. Like I said, that with this, more apps of working online and now be creative to in order to fit with the use of the user during the COVID-19. And now with with this COVID-19, some big companies about the website, some big companies like Google, YouTube, or maybe doing TikTok or some social medias is now are now receive a huge user per receive a huge amount of users per day, because they're gonna use social media as a place to relax, because they're not gonna go to work anymore. So with this problem, so with this opportunities, some small business they're gonna selling their products online. For example, they're gonna have some virtual live stream, and then they're gonna sell their orders through those live stream, um, to the live stream. Yeah, and and so with this, you know like the online stuff, the virtual stuff is now developed so much that's that it is developed higher and larger, more efficiency than the past. And you can see that this is a huge difference between those. Like for the benefit, it's also great, give the green for the earth, have great more opportunities for the development of the internet, also at the virtual stuff. They also, have the big companies, to have, more, I mean, more money, yeah, more income, because the people they stay at home and they cannot, go out, so they're gonna use social media as a place for, for sharing, for relaxing. Um, and I think the last one is gonna, I think, yeah, that four is enough. And also with the drawbacks, it destroy the economy of a worldwide. Uh, yeah, it destroys the economy of the worldwide, and it, killed, and it kills, lots of people, and it has, killed lots of people around the world. And with this, the and it's also, change, and it's also, change the people's daily life to the, I think, to the passive way, into the, from the active way to the passive way. Like for the active way, so they're gonna do, go outside, gonna do this, gonna do that. But for the passive way, they cannot, go out. They have to wait until this, until the COVID-19 it ends, so they can do their work. So it's turned them from active to passive. And now with this, COVID-19, lots of outside sport are, are now, cancelled. For example, football, basketball, and also some concert, some music concert, like for example, for music concert of, Lady Gaga, I think, or Taylor Swift, is, uh, are now, um, cancelled during this COVID-19, because of this COVID-19. Yeah, and, yeah, and that is really bad for the global, for the world. So I say next. Yeah, for sure. Let me know what next. I'm not pretty sure. Let me think about that.
Bonjour, Hadia.
Oh, and and it's also great opportunities for students. It's for the entrepreneurs, students at home have, more more chances and more opportunity for, doing their, for working for their dreams. For example, me. Without this, COVID-19, I cannot, work for my YouTube channel because of this COVID-19. So I have more time of staying at home, working for my YouTube channel. So I have more time for this one, and the work and my study is also more efficiency because of the decreasing of the exam, especially for the final stat, for the final exams. It is, this cancelled. It's it, it is taken out, so I can, have more time for that, and I don't have to put, and I don't have to, put myself under pressures of, finishing those stuff. For finishing those stuff, and yeah, and during this COVID-19, but also I can go out, of course. Like I can, have exercise. I can really scared of the COVID-19, and especially with the go with the Canadian government, they said that you cannot go out for, without any reason, and, I'm not sure if doing exercise is the good reason for going out. Yeah, yeah, I'm not pretty sure about that, but that's good. I'm learning about it again. And I also, have more opportunity because during the winter, when you have to go to school, you have to ride a bike to go to go to school, and it's pretty cold in the winter. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold in it, and yeah, and it's really cold in the winter. So with this COVID-19, so, with the virtual online learning, I don't have to ride a bike to school, so I can have more time for sleeping. I believe so. But also I cannot have some short meeting at the end of the class at school with the water for improving my speaking skills. So I have to do this by myself. I'm not sure what to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea how to do that and how to improve my skills. So just do it anyway. Yeah, for sure. And there's also great some opportunities for me. First, working for the other stuff, learning new language, having the channel of doing training of having my new skills, so I can have more time for training my skills, and I can do it pretty well. Don't I? Yeah. So it's great for me, lots of chances and stuff for me for my future, for my career. Yeah, and also what I do now is that yeah, I think that this is pretty end. I think that this is pretty end of the speaking for today because I have no idea what should I do next. I have no idea what should I speak next. For the speaking to the other part. The other part was about my daily life, I think, or my process of developing my YouTube channel. Yeah, some stuff like that. So I can say that with the thinking of navigable, with the thinking of navigable in mind, and no matter how hard they are, I just keep myself be patient and never ever give it up. And I can move and I can go through lots of challenges in my life into this during this time. For example, with my speaking skills, for me, like you can see that for the first time I cannot speak at this speed, but now I can do that. So that is a huge practice of myself and of me. Yeah, and of myself. So I can really do that. And I can still and I can grow my channel, my YouTube channel. Actually, at the beginning it is pretty. Actually, at the beginning it is pretty tough. Like I cannot find the exact value and lack of information, lack of knowledge about how to develop and how to build a good YouTube channel. But now through lots of failure, I think and I can realize that the ways of growing my channel, but I don't have really much time for doing that. I don't have really time for doing that. So I still do that, but it was lower than I should put that in my plan because I want to spend time for working other stuff. For example, upgrading my French skills or what do I want? Wait a minute. But first, let me just go to screenshot. What's this? Is it nothing? Three of this. Yes, be awesome. All right, very cool. Yeah, and yeah, that's really terrible. No, that is pretty good and really nice. Okay, so what should we do now? Choose the other topic. Oh, I can just choose one topic for one speaking. I cannot choose more than one because if I choose what I want, so I'm to spend lots a lot of time on it. So it's gonna lack of thinking and lack of of brainstorming. Yeah, for sure. Now I'm gonna just um relax, speak stuff that's not related to my that's not related to those two, but but to have a in order to have in order to upgrade the communication skill. Yeah, for sure. And what I'm doing today? Oh, how about the artist that I really admire? Really admired, main singer. So the singer that I admired so much when I was in grade four or grade five, it is Santung, and he's Santung NTB. He is pretty good singer and also the songwriter at that time when I enrolled to the University of Music in Ho Chi Minh City with highest grade, the highest mark. It's around 48. I believe so. And during his music career, he received so much music awards. For example, yeah, when he received when he received a lot of musical awards. So I said that he's pretty talented. So I said he's pretty. So I said yeah, he's pretty. So I said he's pretty talented. That is really nice and really awesome with me, with you. And yeah, for sure for this one. And he can grow and he can make the filmy music grow go to the another level. I have no idea about that but he can do that, and I think that he had big dreams for this. Yeah, and sure that is pretty nice about that. Yeah, and what to do? And he's pretty nice with his thinking of never give up. He can do that pretty well. He work for his future. He can him here him. He's making his future. He's making the development of the country, a development in the musical way, in the musical career of the whole country. So I really admired him. So I really, really admired him. You know, just he's my idol. I think. My idol. I think, or I believe so. My idol. My idol. I think, or I believe so, but that's okay. So for now, I'm gonna have. Oh, it's pretty speaking for today. 1 minute and 1 minute, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, for sure. So now, guys, I hope that you guys have a really good day. And some advice for me before I end this meeting is gonna if you want to do something, just never give up and focus on what you're doing. Just focus on it, never give up, because when you move, you can move around, you can delay your plan for a little bit, but never ever give up. If you want to give up, just think about the reason why you started it, and then you find the motivation back. If you lose your motivation, so just use the says of the other people they are saying about you in order to have the motivation to run your machine in your brain. Sure. And that is the end of the speaking for today. Thanks to you guys for listening to this practice, for this English practice. Yeah, okay, so bye guys, have a really good day. And have to wait for around 15 seconds in order to have the 30 minutes. Yeah, sure, for sure. This, this, this. Alright, done. Bye guys, have a really good day. And see you guys in the 20 minutes speaking French.